3 3/4 laps of the track. Scramble to get away. The Frenchman de Boost goes in front, followed by Stenzel, the German. Joachim Cruz now goes through after Stenzel. Bruton of Ireland up in 4th place. So as they settle down, Stenzel, Cruz, de Bus and Bruton. And Gary Locke there on the inside. Going along to the right, but I don't like to see athletes in that sort of position. Also alongside him, Olteanu of Romania.
Well, Stenzel there just running fairly sensibly. He looks as though he's got a plaster cast on his left arm. It's obviously a lightweight one. He's able to run with it, but he's not been able to get much movement. I imagine it would be difficult for him in a fast finish, so he's basically just stretching them out as they go through the first lap in 58.8. This is a lot faster than the other 2 rounds. This is to Gary Locke's advantage, but it's also to the advantage of the whole field. Gives them an opportunity to go through as a fast loser. Now, Gary Locke is much more comfortable in a race like this than he is in a slow race with a fast finish. So this is working his way, but he needs a bit of luck because the Commonwealth Games last year, a small inadvertent push, and he was disqualified. So his luck changing, and that's what you need in this sport.
Stenzel leads. Cruz alongside him. Bruton of Ireland. Impens of Belgium tucked on the inside. Coming wide is the Moroccan Sediki. And Sediki takes it on. Followed by Bruton and Cruz. De Boost is coming through. He's had 2 magnificent runs behind Morsley recently, including the one in which Morsley broke the world record. Approaching 800.
Well, it's just slowed a little. And Niall Bruton taking it on. And these athletes will have watched the first round. Just over 2 minutes. That was a slower lap, 61 seconds. De Boost, the Frenchman. That great run of his in Nice when he set a French record behind the world record of Morsley. Niall Bruton knows that they just got to keep it going on this lap. And a time of 3:43, which is the fastest non-qualifying time so far, is a time well within their compass. It's great to see Joachim Cruz there, and he's running quite well. I don't think it's the great Joachim Cruz, but it's nice to see athletes beyond their very best still competing in a world championship.
De Boost comes out on the outside of Bruton now as they approach the bell. The Frenchman leads, the Irishman in 2nd place. Sediki, Morocco 3rd. Cruz, Brazil is 4th. Achin, the world junior champion, coming up on the outside, Uganda. As they go through the bell, 2:43.89. And there'll be a scramble on the last lap. It'll be well inside the minute, I suspect, if it has to be. And Bruton, a brave run by him. De Boost on the outside. Cruz is right there. Sediki, Achin, Gary Locke. And gathering in the back straight. And it's Sediki now, Morocco. De Boost goes with him. Bruton working hard to stay there, and Gary Locke comes through for Great Britain into 3rd place. Joachim Cruz back 5th. The first 5 sure to qualify. Sediki, Morocco. De Bus of France looks round to see if he's safe. He's not yet. Gary Locke of Great Britain. Bruton of Ireland is right there. Cruz is the one who's struggling as Achon comes through for Uganda. Sediki, Morocco wins. Locke, Great Britain 2nd. De Bus is 3rd. Achon 4. Bruton 5. Those are the 5 certain qualifiers. The time, the fastest so far, 3:38.24. And I suspect, Brendan, 1 or 2 of the fastest losers will come from this one.
Well, that was a good run by Gary Locke. That was more his sort of race. 3:38. I think he's got chances at 3:38. I wouldn't like to see him running a slower race, which is 3:45 or slower, but that was a good performance. He did everything right, and he looks strong. He's had a very good season so far this season. And as you see them coming into the finishing straight, Sediki leading from De Boost, and then the Irishman Niall Bruton, and then on the outside Gary Locke. And Gary looks on his inside. He's obviously got a lot left under the bonnet, but he knows he's done enough there. And Achon, the young man, alongside Cruz coming through, and those 2 will almost certainly go through as fast as losers. But that's a good performance by Gary Locke. A little psychological advantage beating the Frenchman, and I think that's good for him, actually. And here we look at it head-on. Sediki, he knows he's done enough. De Bus realizes there's not too much trouble behind, and Gary Locke just stays to his form, looks on the inside, realizes that there's not much more to do. Just keep the pace, just keep it going. And Niall Bruton looks as though he's hanging on in 4th place there. And Julius Achon, the young man, on the outside, number 1300, and on the inside you can see Joachim Cruz really working for this one. Good impressive run by Gary Locke, nice qualification through to the next round, and that run will actually do him a lot of good.